Assalamu alaikum everyone. This is Dr. Ishfaq Ahmed, and as per our discussion in the class, this is the basic video that may provide you guidelines related to finding the measures or scales for your study. So this is merely a practice session, and this is designed for undergrad studies, undergrad researchers who are merely the beginners and just are at the beginning phases, or you may say the starting point, and do not know how to follow up and how to download their or how to find their measures for the study. So uh, this video will help you out how you can find it out. Now, measures are basically the way variables are operationalized in the study, how you are going to collect the data, which source you are going to use, and either that source is suitable for that study or not. So measures may be, you may have heard various other terms for measures as well, like often people call it an instrument or a scale, or you may say a questionnaire, like if you are using a questionnaire. So measures may be either adopted or adapted or developed. Adopted measures are those measures, those are being used by researcher without making any change in them. Adapted are those measures who are a bit changed. The researcher changes them as per the requirements of the study. And then developed skills are those skills, those are developed by researchers. And these are only developed when there is no scale available in literature, or we may say the skills available in literature are not sufficient enough that those may provide us a good scale or tool to measure the way researcher intends to. As a beginners, we are going to learn how to adapt or adopt the measures from existing literature or studies. So here are a few guidelines. Then we will move with the base article, and we will try to find how we can download the measures. So measurement details are provided in usually. If you just have a good look that what measurement is, basically it is the way we are going to uh, you may say the get data about the variables, are how the variables would be basically uh, quantified or measured. So it can only be provided when we are clear about our research design. So, there are various elements of research design, and if you go through various books of research, you would find that measurement is one element of research designs. So either we are going to use quantitative approaches or qualitative approaches or mixed approaches. So our measurement would be different in each approach. Like for qualitative studies, we are going to find answer for the exploratory questions. So we may not be using some developed measures, rather we will have to develop our own interview protocol to fetch the data. On the other hand, if we are going with some quantitative approaches demand some well-established theory, theoretical framework, some hypothesized relationships in the form of hypothesis. Uh, in the form of causal questions, we develop some questions from which we are going to test the causality, or you may say we have the measures, those can help us find those relationships. So we have to measure each variable independently, separately. Here we need some scales or measures or instruments, those may help us. So the measurement model, or you may say the measurement approach we are going to use over here is more suitable for quantitative studies. So it is basically the next step of uh, research design. When you have planned your study, after that you first develop a bit detailed viewpoint about your population and the sample and the way you will uh, approach that sample, that is sampling strategy. And when you decided that what would be the sample, what would be the sample size, and what would be the sampling strategy, now you have to move with the data collection methods. So you already know that there are two basic ways of data collection: primary and secondary data. So questionnaire are interview or observation are basically the primary data collection tools. So we have to select how we will use those primary data collection tools. So talking about, for example, questionnaire, questionnaire would be requiring every variable to be measured independently. So we can either borrow the developed scale from literature, that would be a way of adoption or adaptation, or we may develop our own. That is the third option of having sources of questionnaire. So actually, the measurement is the follow-up of research designs. So how can we approach sources of measure? So there's a complete strategy written over here. So we will practice the same, rather than looking at this slide. We go to uh, our files, and we find from there that how we can approach our method of measurement. So this is group number 1 study. This is taken from Frontiers in Psychology. That is an open access journal. So we can easily download any study from there. There are some other open sources publishers also. So just to make you people understand that how can we do that, first you just go through from the title, you will come to know that which all variables are being investigated in that study. Now, as we already know that measurement is provided in, is a follow-up of research design. So most probably you will see the measurement details given in method section. So just jump through from the sections, and after hypothesis, end of hypothesis, you will see the methodology section, that is material and methods. So various people use various names for that. Either it would be written as research methodology or maybe written as material and methods. Other could write it only the methods part. So methods would include, the first part of the methods would be more inclined towards the sample and sampling strategy, how the sample is going to be approached, what would be the sample, what is the population. These details would be provided in the early section, or the first part of material and methods. That would be followed by the measurement. So you can see participants and procedure. So we can assume that this section would include details about population, sample and sampling strategy. After that, we have measures over here. So this section covers the measurement of the variables. Just have a look on the sections. You can see all the variables are provided independently. Like we have leadership, leader inclusiveness, we have thriving at work, we have taking charge, and we have regulatory focus. So these are the 4 variables of this study. Just to confirm, we can get back, and you can see from this conceptual model that there are 4 variables of interest in this study. So all these 4 variables are described over there, that how researchers of this article have operationalized their variables, or how they have measured their variables of study. So the first variable is leader inclusiveness. You can just have a look on this. To measure leader inclusiveness, we adapted the 9-item scale of, this is the name of the author. The respondents were asked to report their perception of their leaders' openness, availability, and accessibility. So we can say okay, these are the 3 dimensions of leader inclusiveness. So any variable that is having various dimension, it is said to be the multi-dimensional variable, or that measure or scale would be called as multi-dimensional scale. So we can say the leader inclusiveness is a multi-dimensional scale. So after that, he has given example of items include, like out of 9 items, he has provided 1 item as an example. The manager is available for professional question. I want to ask him, her, and the manager is attentive to new opportunities to improve the work process. So the value given in parentheses is Cronbach alpha. So the value of Cronbach alpha should be more than 0.70. So we can say that this is basically used to measure reliability. So we can say that inclusiveness scale is a reliable scale because its value is more than 0.70. So we will just try to find that leader inclusiveness scale developed by Carmili, that is 2010. Just it's easy. If you bring your cursor over there, you will see a hand is drawn. This could be the one approach. You can just click and you will reach to end. Now we can see over here uh, that cursor has taken us over here, and we can from here we can find the article. Just to focus on, you will see the initial, these details are before the year given. The year is given in parentheses. You can see that is 2010. That study was published in 2010. So before 2010, all the details given are related to authors. So there are 3 authors given over there. After that, we have article detail. We will just select the article. It has directly taken us over there. Otherwise, I will just go back with following the pattern we are going to adapt. So just we will copy the title of the study. So that is before the journal name, that Creativity Research Journal. This is the name of journal, Creativity Research Journal. So before journal, we have information related to article. So just copy the name of article, copy it, and then go to, I'm going to share a new page over here. So I need to have an open website over here. So I'm going to Google Scholar. I will write over here. You have to open your browser, go to browser, then write down Google Scholar over there. Click Google Scholar. We have reached to Google Scholar over here. So I will paste the copied name of the journal over here. Sorry, name of the article over here. So I will search it, and now Google Scholar has taken us to that study. So you can see we can access that PDF version of this article. So I will just right click, open it into new tab, and here it would be downloaded. So whensoever there's a PDF sign over there, it means it is accessible. So it includes inclusive leadership and employee involvement in creative tasks in the workplace, the mediating role of psychological safety. And if you confirm, that is the name of the author, Carmeli. So basically the surname is used in references, not the first name. So first name is Ibrahim, and the surname or the family name or is the Carmeli. So this would be the name. Just to actually having a you may say shortcut to know, you can directly jump to the end of this document, and most probably you will find scales given at the end. If it's not given in the end, then you can see the method section or you can see the finding section. So these are the 3 guidelines. Just reach over there and you will see the scale is mentioned or given over there. Items measuring inclusive leadership, and they have reliability of 0.940. Just to confirm, we had 9 items. Just count them: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So we have the 9 items over here. So you can just copy these 9 items and you can paste it somewhere in Word file, or you may just keep this file open. So we have reached to the first variable of the study, that was basically inclusive leadership. Now moving back to our study, we will again go to our article. This is our article. We will jump back to the method section to access the second variable. Now we have the second variable is thriving at work. So that is Porth 2011. We use the 10 item scale developed by Porth 2010. So 11. So we are going to Porth and just find where is that. We will have its success over here. So it's over here. Just copy the title of the article, copy it. Again, I would recommend to go to Google Scholar. So we have to move forth and back so that we have an easy access to everything. So reaching over here. So sorry, I opened the wrong file. So new share. We have to reach over here. Again, I will paste it over here in the Google Scholar. I've already opened. So I paste it over here. And Google Scholar gave us access. You can just confirm the name given over here. The Porth name is mentioned over here. So it's again in PDF, so we can access it. Just right click it, open a new tab, and you will be having access to that article. So it will take a while. Oh, it's open over here. So again, I would recommend to jump to the end of this file, and most probably you will find your scale over there. It's not provided over here. So it means you have to get back. So you have to see within the file, either you have to see the measurement method or you will find it in findings section. So just moving or wandering around, I found that thriving scale is given in table number 6. Just to zoom it and you will find it. So thriving is a multidimensional scale. It has 2 dimensions, learning and vitality. So if you remember, we counted it that we had 10 item scale. So 5 are related to learning and 5 are related to thriving. So it means we have 10 items provided over here. So we can also keep this file open because we have access to 2 of our variables. Now we will move back to our base article. Okay, again to methodology section. And we have accessed our leader inclusiveness. We have also taken the measures of thriving at work. Now we are going to access the measures of taking charge. So again, taking charge, they have mentioned that Parker and Collins 3-item scale of taking charge was used to measure this construct. So again, click on Parker and Collins, or you may copy the name of Parker and Collins, or like I tell you the second approach, just go to Control F, find, you put the name Parker, you again reach to Parker and Collins. There it is cited 12 times total, and we are at 6th number, so we can jump around and we will reach to Parker, and that was Parker 2011, I believe. So just to confirm, we have to get back, that was Parker 2010. So Parker 2010, that is Parker 2000, Parker 2010, Parker 2010. So there are 2 of Parker 2010, but we are going to use the Parker and Collins 2010, this one. So just to copy the name of the article, I have copied the name, and again I will jump to Google Scholar. So Google Scholar, I will replace it with the new search that is taking stock, integrating and differentiating multiple proactive behaviors. So again, I will right click, open it in new tab. I have accessed that article. It is open over there. Now again, I will jump to the end, and there are chances that I will find it over there. If I fail to find over there, then it means I have to get back into the method section. So at the end, he has provided that table, items loading from exploratory factor analysis of items. So these are the items. Actually, these are written in statement form. So you can see from there. So because we are looking for taking charge is not given there, but we can find it over there. So we just saw that 3-item scale is used. So these are the 3 items: try to bring about, try to institute, try to implement. So these are the 3 items of taking charge. So we have also access to that variable. Now get back to our base article. Again, jump to the method section and see which is the 4th variable and what is the source of that variable. So 4th variable is regulatory focus. And we measured promotion focus using 9-item scale developed by Newbert in 2008. So we will jump to Newbert, and remember it is promotion focus. So Newbert 2008, here is Newbert 2008. So from here I will copy the name of article, that is regulatory focus as a mediator, and till general name. So I copied it. I will again go to the search engine. I will jump to again Google Scholar. Oops, I closed it. I have to share you the screen. So moving to Google Scholar. So here is Google Scholar. I'm going to remove the previous search, putting the new one. You can see from here we have the regulatory focus as a mediator. So just right click, open a new tab. We have new file open over there. So this is a Newbert study. You can see Mitchell J. Newbert. So it's confirmed that we have downloaded the same study, and it is of 2008, year 2008, Journal of Applied Psychology. Just again, I would recommend to go to end, jump over there. So we are actually looking for promotion focus scale, that is regulatory focus. So if not, it's not given over there. No, it's not given over there. So it would be somewhere in methodology or finding section. So jump around, move a bit ahead. Yep, it's over here. Yes, exploratory factor analysis for the work regulatory focus. So if we just zoom it, so there are two types of focus. We have prevention focus and we have promotion focus. So he had mentioned in his study that they are basically using the promotion focus scale as the measure of regulatory focus, and they have used 9 items. So just to measure uh, the promotion focus, this column shows the items of promotion focus. If we just measure, it makes 1, it makes 2, it makes 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11 items. But he has mentioned that he has used 9 items. So what is the criteria? Actually, if you see that first question of promotion focus is having value of minus 0.100, and it has in prevention focus, the same has value of 0.879. So greater value is having actually is considered. So this item would be considered part of prevention focus. Similarly, 0.103, so it's cross loaded, so its value over here is 0.688. So instead of considering it in promotion focus, we should consider it in prevention focus. Similarly, the item with value of 0.899 is having value of 0.149, that is also negative in prevention focus. So it is more inclined towards cross loaded, but it is more focused towards promotion. So we will start our item from here. So these items are basically uh, till the last item. These make 9 items. So these 9 items are used for basically uh, promotion focus. So this is how we will download our measures. Now you should copy all these measures to a Word file, and then I will share you a document that will contain uh, a structured tables over there, and you will put all the items over there and construct your questionnaires. We can practice it over here as well. Like if I just go to